Welcome to Comedy Upgrade. Please welcome your host, Blair. Oh my Lord! What a crazy crowd! I don't know if you can tell this about me. I'm from Perth. It's my forklift parked out the front. You're welcome. Jet ski down the Yarra, forklift the rest of the way, and, I go around checking scaffolding around the city, Got an advanced licence in it, doesn't matter, right? But I had to go home for Christmas, right? Mum wanted me to come home for Christmas this year. She's on my case, right? She's like, Brett, you got to come home for Christmas. Where else would you rather be? Where else would you rather be? I was like, I don't know. Europe, Afghanistan, one of the contestants on Alone, I don't know. Like, give me an axe, I'll fight a bear, all right? Right, but Mum and Dad still live in the same house we grew up in, right? They've been living there for 50 years. Like, I wanted to come home for Christmas, but I didn't want to go back to where the trauma started, It's okay, they didn't fuck me or anything, but anyway, like a baseline level of trauma, So this is what I said to Mum. I was like, Mum and Dad, I'll come home for Christmas, right, but I'll stay in a hotel. Yeah, that was the scariest thing I've ever said to my mum. Like, Mum lost her mind. She's like, a hotel? A hotel? A hotel is $150 a night. $150 a night. I was like, yeah, but my psychologist was 180. Like, I feel like I'm saving 30 there, And I love Mum and Dad, right? But I'm 36 years old now and I feel like a man. I feel like an adult, right? But as soon as I walk through my parents' front door, it's like something happens. As soon as you walk through the front door, it's like you're 7 years old again. It's like they mentally dack you. You know what I mean? Like, you walk in, you're like, I'm a man. Like, no, you're not. You're 7. We've seen you winkle. You're 7. How good's the word winkle, by the way? And no one has ever said, hey, send us a photo of your winkle. If they have, they're in jail. Right? And, sometimes I like to trick my parents, When I come home, like, I like to look like I'm more of a man than I am, When I walk through the front door, sometimes I've got a cigar, a bottle of Old Tawny Port underneath the shoulder. I'm like, how's the NASDAQ going, Dad? Should we negative gear this property? What do you reckon, right? But every time with your parents, it always ends up in an argument. And it's never one big argument, It's never World War Z. With your parents, it's always a lot of small arguments. I like to describe it as death by a pigeon. Death by 1,000 little pecks. It's like, oh, Brett, have you combined your superannuation yet? Not yet, Mum. The website confuses me. When are you and Fiona getting married? I don't know if I believe in the institution of marriage. Why don't you go back to university? I was like, I was never at uni, Mum. I went to TAFE. You run into your childhood room, you slam the bedroom door, you start sculling the bottle of Tawny Port. I want to feel numb. I want to feel nothing. Anyway, how was your Christmas? Was it different? Was it the same? I used to be a furniture removalist. Oh really, Brad? You look like a scientist. Right, but I used to be a furniture removalist and I used to love the job, right? Because every day was different, right? Every day was different. Like, and I loved it because one day I rocked up, right? And it was a divorced couple and they were both home. I was like, this will be good. So I went into the room where the lady was and I helped her move like a couch or something like that. And she just turns to me, she goes, yeah, don't worry about damaging that. That's just his shit. That's just his shit. I was like, thank God you're single now, ma'am. I think I love you, right? Right, I went to the room where the dude was and I helped him move like a picture frame or something like that. He just turns to me, he goes, yeah, don't worry about damaging that. That's just her shit. That's just her shit, right? And then all day was like that. It was like, don't worry about damaging his shit. Don't worry about damaging her shit. His shit, her shit, his shit, her shit. I was like, guys. I am a professional removalist. I'm going to be damaging both your shit. Now, who scuffed those walls? It was me. I had too many breakfast beers. Anyway, no, it's a joke. There's no such thing. Guys, are you ready for a big night of comedy? Come on! Oh, my Lord. I am so excited to bring on your first act. Come on, let's raise that roof all the way from Sydney. Give it up for Harry June!
G'day! I had a pretty typical Asian upbringing. I think the Asians in the audience can relate, all two of you. Pretty typical. I had a mum with really high academic expectations, real strict, and I also had an absent father. Yeah, which means growing up I had a tiger mum and a Tasmanian tiger dad. Everyone else swears they saw him. They come up to me showing me a blurry photo of an Asian man at Star Casino, like, oh, I think we found him. I get the photo, be like, I miss your dad. I'm also trying to do a new thing in my life these days. If you can do it in your own lives, you should. It's so fun. It's called stereotype leaning. Stereotype leaning. Stereotype leaning is where you lean away from your stereotype, but only in situations that benefit you. I'll give you an example. I was having dinner with a bunch of my white mates, like 10 white mates. I was the only Asian. It's like if I went to dinner with the entire crowd. Like, if I was like, diversity! And it's fine. It was fine. Had the meal. There were 11 of us. It was a big group. Wrapped up the meal, asked for the bill. And you know when it's a big group, you ask for the bill, it turns into that long, drawn-out discussion? That's what I thought would happen. Like, we get the bill and be like, $287. 11 people. Who had the Fanta? Who had the Fanta? No, I'm not going to pay for a Fanta. I didn't drink, Mark. Am I? Who had the fucking Fanta? That's what I thought would happen, long and drawn out. But no, James, to my right, he looks at the bill, he instantly slides it over to me, and he goes, Harry, you're probably the best here at maths. He said that to my Asian face. I was like, that's racist, right? I've got to lean away from that stereotype, don't I? So I did. I got up. I was like, oh, yeah, James, yeah. I'm the best at maths because I'm Asian. I fucking stormed out of there. Got a free dinner. Got a free dinner and I saved exactly $27.10. So I'm good at maths. Who had the Fanta? I had the Fanta. I need the glucose to fight racism, okay? I've been feeling a bit crook lately. Went to the doctor. I have a condition. None of your fucking business, but I have a condition. Told my doctor my condition. He asked me for my family history, that's standard practice. That's fine. I was like, yeah, Dad's whole family's from Seoul, South Korea. And the doctor was like, okay. What about Mum? And I was like, oh, Mum's whole family's from what we technically now know as North Korea. Yeah, the doctor was like, fuck. He looked at me and he goes, are you telling me that you have family living in North Korea? And I was like, living. Because aren't North Koreans, aren't they just the Schrodinger's cats of people? You know? Are they alive? Are they dead? We won't know until we open it up, you know? Oh, leave it closed, then they'll be both at once. Whoa, how do they do it? Okay, I lost you there. I feel like I lost you. I heard people go, oh. Don't do that. Don't get up on your fucking high horse with your morals. All right, this is a stand-up comedy show. None of this is real. I'm Japanese. Relax. I'm not Japanese, but you laugh pretty fucking hard at that. I'm Korean, and that's fine. You're like, well, don't make fun of the North Koreans, but you can't tell Asians apart. Fuck you. That's on you. I'll end on this. A couple of years ago when COVID was in its peak, like you know, everyone was talking about it, like Triple J Hottest 100 shit. Like, remember that? Like, a lot of Asians nearly beat Flume. It was fucked. But everyone was talking about And the Asians were getting bashed in America. It was crazy. And one company rose up in America to battle anti-Asian hate. Do you know who it was? It was Sesame Street. Do you know about this? During anti-Asian hate, they introduced for the first time ever in the history of Sesame Street a Korean-American puppet onto the cast of Sesame Street. And I saw that, I was like, fuck yeah, dude. Representation matters. Diversity matters. It was so good. Yeah, Korean-American puppet. But then I was like, wait. Do the puppets on Sesame Street have race or ethnicity? Think about it. What race is Elmo? Like, think about it. Think about it. We got the big yellow bird, fucking Snuffleupagus, a green psycho in a bin, and now Ji-Hyun, the engineering student, just studying in the class. This is a kids' show. Kids are watching this being like, yeah, Asians are monsters and freaks, I saw the friends I hang out with. This fucked up. And do you guys also remember Bert and Ernie? Remember Bert and Ernie? Yeah, fuck yeah, two male-identifying puppets living together, sucking puppet dick. It's awesome, they're gay. They're so gay. I love it, they're so gay. I was cheering, I was like, fuck yeah, Bert and Ernie, gay, fuck yeah. This is sick, it's good for kids to see that. I was cheering, all my friends cheering, but we cheered too loud. Because then Sesame Street found out. And they made an official statement on their Twitter, and look it up, it's all there. They said, Bert and Ernie are just best friends. Yeah. I said, and while they share a lot of human traits, they are, at the end of the day, puppets. Like we didn't know. Like, oh, fuck. Oh, what? They're like, they're puppets. And they said this, they said, puppets cannot have sexuality. This is Sesame Street. Sesame Street saying, puppets can't be gay, bro. Puppets can't be gay. Puppets can't be gay. But they can be Korean as fuck, man. They can be so Korean. Oh, no. Yeah! Asians are freaks, man. Sesame Street been fucking up so much, Cookie Monster doesn't even eat cookies anymore. He's eating celery and shit. It's fucked up. His name is Cookie Monster. Let him eat cookies. And let Bert and Ernie eat ass. Anyway, that's my time. I'm Sarah. Goodbye.
Next up from the UK, Chloe Pets.
Hello, how's everyone doing? Oh my God, it's so nice to be here with you. Yes, my name is Chloe Pets, I'm from England. I'm sort of worried that some of my cultural references won't translate. For example, I'm gay. Do you guys have that here? Okay, you laughed, that felt like a no. What's going on? Are there any gays in the room? Okay, one of the politest gays I've ever met in my life. Thank you for coming to the front row. It is in my rider that a lesbian is in the front row at all times. Well, yes, welcome. My brand of gay is I'm a masculine lesbian, and I love that about myself. I think it's a great quality, but it does sort of run me into some problems. For example, everywhere I go, I get called sir. So the other day, I went into a hotel. I went up to the hotel assistant. He said, "How can I help you, sir?" And I said, "Listen, babes, don't be embarrassed. Happens all the time. It's actually madam." And he goes, "Oh my God, I'm so sorry, sir." So we just kind of stuck with it. But what's great is now, because I'm getting read as a man so often, I get access to male privilege. It's fucking good, isn't it, mate? Isn't it? No wonder you boys are trying to fucking hold on to it. It's lovely. It's so... Because in England, I get called the greatest term of endearment in the English language. I don't think you guys have it here, but it feels incredible. And cis-femme ladies in the room, I'm so sorry you're never going to get to experience it. The greatest term of endearment in the English language is this one. Walk into the fried chicken shop. What can I get for you, boss man? No wonder you're fucking confident. I walk out of there feeling like the CEO of my own goddamn life. Sometimes I go into the chicken shop, they'll go, "What can I get for you, boss man?" I go, "Nothing, I'm a vegetarian, you've given me everything I need. Thank you." As a sort of quite traditionally masculine person, I spend a lot of time in quite conventionally masculine spaces, so I'm a big fan of the soccer. Have we got any soccer fans in? Yeah, a few of you. There's not so many here. I guess you guys all know about sort of English soccer culture. Yes, we are all fucking wankers, that is correct. We're the worst people in the world, but I genuinely think we have the best hobby in the world. I'm so sorry, I don't think any of your hobbies are better than my hobby. And I can back that up by asking the question, has your hobby ever moved you to shove a flare up your own arsehole? Because mine has. We're fucking walking around with them poking out our botties. It's lovely. Oh, it's fantastic. I love going to the football. And there is sort of a particular type of man that accesses football in the UK that is the absolute worst. And you'll know this kind of bloke. He's huge. He's got a massive fucking head, right? He's got a big thick neck vein where he stores all of his repressed emotions, yeah? On Twitter, he'll be called something like at Man United Mike 69, yeah? And then you'll click onto his Twitter profile and it will say something like, love my kids, hate pedos, right? And you're sort of thinking, come on, Mike, pick a side. I love it. I love going to the football. I support Crystal Palace. Correct response. No, we're so innocuous, no one really cares about us. But it's amazing going to the football. It's amazing going to... Obviously, it's a little bit difficult because there's this certain type of man, he doesn't seem to think that I can know as much about the game as he can, right? It's like he doesn't think I've got time to both watch Match of the Day and buy sanitary products. But the key thing about that is you stockpile in the off-season. So you're ready for when the season starts. So, as a season ticket holder at Crystal Palace, I sit in the same spot every week. I've got 4 neighbours. My favourite neighbour is the aisle to the right of me, very respectful. Never manspreads, never mansplains. Then my other 3 neighbours, I've got a guy that sits here, a guy that sits here, a guy that sits behind me. Now, what will be sort of a comedically and narratively expedient thing to do is sort of give you a pithy description of each of these blokes. You can get them in your head, and then I'll move on with my story. Unfortunately, I can't do that because they're just a different version of the same man in small, medium, and large. Do you ever look at a bloke and think, oh, gout? That's these 3. I've named them the Allens. And the Allens, they get on thick as thieves. I start chatting to them. We're really good friends now. And I've recently had to sort of start telling them a few more things about my personal biography. So recently, I did have to come out to the Allens as a vegetarian. Have we got any vegetarians in? Not one. Just one over here. Oh, bless you. The rest of you morally fucking corrupt. Right, let's try this. Any vegans? Probably one, just too weak to cheer. So the rest of you, presumably meat eaters. That's absolutely fine. No, you're not getting a fucking cheer, mate. No, it's fine. It's fine. I think give vegetarianism a go, even just for a bit, just to see if you can do it. Because I didn't think I could do it, but it's actually really easy. All you do is you don't eat meat, and you replace it with an unholy amount of cheese. I would say that my carbon footprint is now far worse than it ever was when I was eating meat. Have you ever had a cheese sandwich where the bread is also cheese? Right? That's a pet special. But sometimes what I'll do is, because I do actually quite like meat, I'd say once every 3 months, like I just try just a tiny bit of meat. Do you know what I mean? Just to see whether it tastes nicer than the climate. Do you know? But people get really angry at me when I say that because I think people want moral consistency. Because what they say to me when I say I eat meat once every 3 months, they'll be like, well, you're not a vegetarian then. You're not a vegetarian. At best, you're a flexitarian. But what I say to these very ignorant, belligerent people is this. I spent my late teens, early 20s sucking a penis once a financial quarter. It did not make me straight. It's the same principle. Can you believe it that I used to flirt with men? That is mental, isn't it, that I used to flirt? That is a crazy, crazy thing to admit. But the problem is the way that I used to flirt with men is the way that I imagine flirting happens in prison. Right? Because I sort of pick a man that I perceive to be physically weaker than me and then go, you're mine now, princess. And I did deliberately pick you. How tall are you? 6'3". No, you're not. No, it doesn't matter your height. I would dominate you. The reason I ask about short men is because short men and tall men is because I don't think we should objectify men. We should love all men. You know, short kings, average size ambassadors, wonderful. But I just personally have this thing where, like, I don't fancy any men. No, that is a lie. I do fancy one man, and it is Harry Styles. Harry Styles, right? He's so fucking hot. I think the reason I find him hot is because he does look like a lesbian. Like, if he and I were to hook up, there'd be only one guy doing the fucking this one. Huh? Sort of like, turn over, Harry, this is going in one direction. But very occasion, a big, tall, strong baby boy like this will come walking past, right? And I'll see him, and he'll walk past, and I'll look at him, and I'll think, God, I bet you're virile. You and I would have such large children. Because that's what all parents want, right? A large child. Any parent that says they don't want a large child is a liar. Imagine taking your large child through the gates of primary school on their first day going, here, try and bully that. Try and push that off a swing. I can't even pick it up. It's disgusting. And I love it. Would you have one with me, baby? Answer me. He said a big one. Come backstage after the show. You've been amazing. I've been Chloe Pace. Good night. Thank you.
And now, Dan Rosario.
What's up, bro? How you doing? I'm Indian. I don't sound Indian, but it's because I went to a bogan primary school. You know what I mean? I was the only Indian kid in the whole school. I was the only brunette in the whole school, but, you know. And my mum would still send me curry every day for lunch. What a dog. Only Indian in the whole school. I'd be eating samba with my hands on the swing set next to some Brett who had a ciggy and a pie for lunch. Stood out like a house on fire. This is how bogan my primary school was. We had a day off once because all the teachers were hungover from the Pink concert. You know what I mean? I was only a kid calling it lunchtime. Everyone else was calling it smoko. You know what I mean? And it was bad, man. I got bullied, got picked on. It was awful. Bad. And now, 15 years later, 2023, everyone's woke. And I hate it. I can't stand it. I'm always doing comedy. White girls heckling me at the shows. Heckling me, trying to empower me at the same time. I'll be talking about how I'm Indian on stage. Someone will be like, oh my God, slay. Yes, you're a POC. It's like, did you forget you were calling me Apu 15 years ago, bro? Very quick to forget that. And in a weird twist of irony, the only girls that like me now are these white girls. And that's like my least favourite genre of puss. It's like bottom of the barrel. I was at a party the other day, a girl came up to me. I was like at the party doing my thing, I look over, she's there, she's like a velociraptor on ketamine, just hey. She came up, she's like, where are you from? Where are you from? And I was like, my parents are from India, so, you know, you do the maths, you know. She was like, India, oh my God. Oh my God. I've seen Slumdog Millionaire. So, yeah, me too. Dave Patel, good movie. She was like, I feel so bad, but I will tell you, I've always wanted to fuck an Indian. And I was like, no, you haven't! Because there were 6 staring at you on the tram over here. You've had plenty of opportunities to get with an Indian guy. You only want to get with me because I look like a Puerto Rican Russell Brand. I look like Russell Brand if you got him from Aldi. Russell Home Brand. Acting like it's hard to get an Indian guy. That's disrespectful. Indians are the bottom of the sexual marketplace. But we rank high in horny. You know, that disparity is crazy. Like, if you think about it, it doesn't make any sense. If only white women would trust us Indians, we could set you free. You know? Think about India 400 years ago. What was India? It was a big jungle, and the whole country were just walking around, oh, hey bro, look at the tiger, oh, let's eat some mango, oh. And then out of nowhere, some guy was like, hey guys, I wrote a book about licking pussy. We were like, what? We read all these new ways. And then his friend was like, hey, I also wrote a book about licking pussy. Well, put it in the book, bro, that's what it's for. And we came up with these all new sexual theories, inventive ways, innovation. Oh, you lift your leg up and you tuck one of the flaps here and you... And that was the whole country. We were just eating and fucking the whole time. And now you flash 400 years into the future, and that whole rich, illustrious culture suppressed to the driver's seat of an Uber. And it's some poor guy getting like $5 a day, driving some woman with fake tits to Chapel Street, go to a nightclub, and she's in the back seat talking to her friend on loudspeaker like, oh my God, Chad doesn't know my clit is. You know who does know where your clit is? Raji in the driver's seat. He's been eating ass for centuries. So hard to get with an Indian, man. Every woman in this room has been messaged by some random Indian guy on Facebook before. I know because I've done it a few times. That's why we wobble. We've been set to vibrate. For her pleasure. So hard to get with an Indian guy. How about this? Download this app on your phone. Everyone, when you go home, download this app on your phone and Indian guys will rock up to your front door. It's called Menu Log. So try it and give one of us a crack. White people, man. White people amaze me. You're the weirdest bunch of people I've ever met in my entire life. I've been studying you my whole life. Like, white people are the only race of people I've ever known to swap accents mid-sentence. You know what I'm talking about? I was talking to this girl once, and she spoke like this. Hello? Yeah, soy milk. Triple jar. Middle of the sentence, she goes, oh, it's getting a little bit cold, isn't it? And I was like, what? Huh? And she goes back to Aussie. She's like, oh, nothing. It's getting a bit cold. Can I wear a jacket? And I was like, hey, what's going on with you? Am I sensing like a, you know? She's like, what do you mean? Well, I'm like, are you Bindi Irwin or are you Basil Fawlty? You pick a side and stick with it. And she was like, I need ask. So yeah, I am from Ballarat originally, yes. But my auntie went to London. I've never been, but the accent comes out when I'm vibing. That's not how fucking accents work! I've been Indian my whole life. I've never been out with the boys and been like, hey, Jono, can I wear your jacket, man? Because it's getting a little bit cold. Hey, guys, that's me. Thanks so much. Have a great night. Peace out.
Guys, give it up for Dan Rosario, everybody! Oh, my God. I'm excited to be here, guys. Has anyone here been... you guys been to Korean barbecue before? Oh, my God, Korean barbecue. How dare they? How dare they come to Australia and do the thing that we are known for doing 5,000 times better? Oh my God. Have you ever been there? It's crazy. When I was in there, I had to get the waitress over. I said, ma'am, what is going on in my mouth right now? She said, sir, that is flavour. I said, fucking hell, doesn't taste like fat or burnt onion. This is confusing. You know, and I said, what's going on this Lazy Susan situation? She said, sir, they're called condiments. I said, really? None of it says big red, mustard, or that blue one from the UK, you know what I mean? I got overwhelmed, you know? I wanted to speak to the chef, you know? I wanted to have a chat to him. The chef's kitchen wasn't open, but I saw the door. I saw the chef's door. Right, I kicked the door in. I saw the chef. The chef was wearing an apron that didn't even have tits on it. Not in my country, mates. I never thought I'd see the day where I took my girlfriend to a barbecue in Australia and a drunk uncle didn't try and root her, but here we go. The Koreans have done it, ladies and gentlemen. Have successfully done it. Guys, are you ready for your next act? Come on! Give it up for Hannah Cavalieri!
Chekhov's Prelude, played by Johannes Fringe, a member of the Berlin Philharmonic. Yes. More from Johannes later. Now we have another European composition, this one from a small town in Romania.
Give it up for Hannah Camilleri! And now, Ray O'Leary!
I try to be a good person. Like on Anzac Day, I always wear a poppy because I want to be respectful. But, I want to be the most respectful. Like my flat wall is covered in nothing but poppies. My garden grows nothing but poppies. I'm addicted to opium because I'm a patriot. I was walking through a World War II museum exhibit recently, and I accidentally bumped into a German woman, and she immediately said sorry. And I said, look, I don't think this was all your fault. But it was. I'm vegan, and everyone thinks that vegans are skinny and low in energy, but that's not true. You know, I'm here to show you that vegans are also fat and low in energy. I went bungee jumping recently, and I didn't realise this, but when you go bungee jumping, they write your weight on your hands in permanent marker in what I describe as an offensively large font. And I was like, this is great, because now I am ready to jump off a bridge. But as they're writing your weight down, you feel a need to explain yourself. Oh, I just had lunch. Oh, I just had lunch. I just had a pretty big lunch. I just had a pretty big lunch. I had two pretty big lunches. I just had 2 pretty big lunches every day for the past 5 years. A lot of people say they struggle with their weight. Personally, I found it quite easy to get this fat. I put up no resistance. And now the issue is these jokes go well enough that it's now in my economic interest not to lose any weight. Every time you laugh, that adds a calorie. I like that we live in countries with minimum wage and labour laws. You know, I hate that American system of, you know, at the end of your meal having to figure out a tip. But there are some places you go now, and when you go to pay, it pops up on the EFTPOS machine, do you want to leave a tip? And you have to push no in front of the person the tip would be going to. You know, that'd be like if every time you didn't put coins in the Ronald McDonald House box, they live streamed it to the children. Sometimes when it's popped up, do you want to leave a tip? I've had the waiter push no for me. And I always think, God, how low is your self-esteem? But mostly I just feel relief, you know, to be out of that awkward situation. You know, I'm like, that's good customer service. If only there was some way I could show my appreciation. But there's not. I really hate it when comedians bandwagon, when they start supporting a social cause, but only after everybody else, you know, already agrees with it. You know, I hate, you know, like there are comedians in New Zealand now who do jokes about how New Zealand should legalise gay marriage, even though it's already been legal for 10 years. And, you know, it's the best decision the government's ever made. You know, I hate this sort of, you know, acting like you're being this big martyr, but really you're just expressing an opinion that every person in the room already thinks. But there is one social cause I support. I think women should be allowed to vote. All right, I was expecting applause for that. But obviously I'm the only person who thinks that women should be allowed to vote. That's fine. I'm not afraid to go out on a limb and say women should be allowed to vote. You know, I've talked about it at gigs before. You know, a woman in the crowd said, "Oh, what about equal pay?" And I was like, "One thing at a time, ladies. You know, I'm trying to get you the vote." Men in the room, do you think women should be allowed to vote? A bit more silent than I would have liked. I don't need to ask the women what they think because I'm already speaking for them. Are you their woman? Who did you vote for? Are you not going to say? All right, so maybe not every woman should be allowed to vote. But most should. Most should. I don't have time to get into the nuance of my views. I think women should be allowed to vote. You know, obviously, I think women should be allowed to vote. You know, I think women should be allowed to vote. You know, I think women should be allowed to vote. You know, I think women should be. You know, I think women should be allowed to. You know, obviously, I think women should be allowed to vote. You know, I think men should get 2 votes. Or I think I've been really leery.
Please make some noise for the phenomenal Shalewa Sharpe!
I'm very excited to be here with you this evening. Unfortunately, this is how I do excitement, so. All right, I am sufficiently lit. Let's go, let's go. This is great. I gotta say, Australia, you guys are lucky to have me here. You are. I'm a busy woman. I'm very busy. I'm doing a lot of things. I've got a lot of projects going on. Got my finger in a lot of pies. I'm doing something currently. I'm working on a very important project. I am currently breaking in these boots. They are the cornerstone to the next 3 months of outfits, so I really need them to get on board, you know? But it's nice to be out in the world. It's nice to be amongst you. It's nice to know that all of those vaccine shots that I got may work. They may be working. I got all of them. I got every shot available to me as early as possible. I tried to ride that pre-existing condition wave, you know. Ooh, I'm sick. So I did it. I got every vaccine possible. I'm not scared of them. I'm not scared of the vaccine. I eat instant ramen soup 3 times a week. Are you trying to tell me the vaccine is stronger than sodium? Because I know that will kill me. So I've been told many times, you know. I did my own research, and it turned out that I did have some pre-existing conditions that I thought deserved protecting. The main one being, bam, this ass. Yo, in New York, one of the things that mattered was body mass index. If it was a little high, if you were a little chubby, come on in, get a shot. So they were giving vaccines, early vaccines, to anyone with cancer, diabetes, or if you were dumb thick. Just bad bitches to the front. Yo, I can't believe this thing got me something good for a change. I got to jump the line because of my fat ass. It's my first time being a bad bitch. Because I'm not really a bad bitch, you know? I'm not a good bitch. I am a mediocre bitch. Basically just floating along in stagnant water, you know? You know how I know I've never been a bad bitch? I've never taken a picture of myself with my tongue out. Do we know these pictures? Yes, that's how the children denote that they are bad bitches. It's a pair of eyelashes and then a tongue sticking out, and then a peace sign, and then you can just hear, "Ah." That's how you know. But I'm not fun. So when I stick my tongue out, it's really more of a, oh, you've got strep. So it's not as cool. It's not as cool. I have nothing against bad bitches, you know? We need them. We need them. I just don't want to be labeled. You know, I don't want to be put in a box. I don't want someone to look at me and go, okay, so you an office manager? You a bad bitch, office manager. Can't I just be a bad office manager? Because that's what I am. I am terrible at my job. I'm so bad at it. They don't even know I'm here. So bad at it. I am. They said we work remote. And I said, okay, we'll see. Also, what's that? I'm an office manager, but we're working remotely. So what am I doing? Traveling. That's what I'm doing. I'm traveling. I do miss my coworkers. I do. I work at an art foundation, so I work with a lot of well-meaning white women who are my favorite kind of white women, you know? Because they mean well. We're halfway there, girls. Come on, I'd like a little action, but whatever feels comfortable for you. You know, I don't want to put you out. Oh my gosh. So I've been fixing up my apartment lately. I've been fixing my place up, getting a few knickknacks here or there because I had assumed that that's where I was going to die. And I got a new electric blanket, my first electric blanket. I've never had one before because I'm a space heater hoe. You know what I mean? I like a space heater. Where are my bitches at who are always cold? Come on now, don't make me touch your feet. I know there are more of you out there freezing, just doing your best. Doing your best out here. I'm always cold because I'm anemic, which means that I don't have all of my blood, and the blood that I do have is incomplete. So I really shouldn't even be here. I should be outside licking poles or something. I need nutrients. I need iron. So, you know, that's what I did. I got a new foam mattress, really fixed my bed up, got a new foam mattress. And that's actually why I gathered you all here tonight. I wanted to talk about our over-reliance on foam and how I don't think it's up for the job. You know? First of all, I can't believe we've all been tricked into accepting mattresses that have been rolled up into a box. That's not nature's way. It's supposed to be delivered by some swarthy young man. That's what I signed up for. So you get it, and you gotta pull it out of the box and unfurl it onto the frame. And then you gotta give it like 3 days to just feel the place out. Did you know, those are the directions for, you have to give a foam mattress up to 72 hours to decide if it likes the vibes in Brooklyn. I'm like, I've got a visa statement that says you love the vibes in Brooklyn. You better plump your ass up. I'm sorry, I'm so tired. I just want to go to sleep, but my bed's not done cooking, you know? I got a new toilet seat. Have any of y'all replaced your toilet seat recently? Treat yourself. Go on, get you a new toilet seat. I did it because I broke an old toilet seat. Bad bitches to the loo. Yo, look, I didn't break my toilet seat the way you guys are thinking, unless I am being completely honest with myself. In which case I broke it exactly how you were thinking. I tried to swivel. Do you know what I mean? I had moisturizer on my feet, right? And I needed to rinse it off, so I was just gonna swing my feet into the tub right next to me. So I tried to swivel, but I didn't really have, it's a very small bathroom. I didn't have the clearance that I thought, and then all my meat hangs to the left, BLT for big left titty. So it all just went this way, and then the seat snapped under this hip, and then I had moisturizer flapping around everywhere. It was a lot. It was a lot, you know? I'm trying to moisturize because I'm so dry and we're back out here in the streets. You know, I'm trying to get soft for you again. I am. I can't. I've started using a night cream, which feels next level for me, using a night cream. When I'm rubbing lotion into my hands at night, just sitting on my bed, it feels like my husband's about to leave me. Do you know what I mean? It's the most Nicole Kidman I will be. You know, I'm just sitting there like, he's transferring funds. And now I'm in a weird friendship with Reese Witherspoon. It's a lot. It's a lot. Like, I understand putting lotion on your body and then going out to have your day. Yes, I understand that. But putting lotion on your body and then getting back into bed? Like, why would you do that? That's where the crumbs are. I'm gonna end up fully breaded by the morning. My name's Shalewa Sharpe, guys. Thank you very much.
Shalewa Sharpe, give it up! Legends, unfortunately, that is the end of this evening. Give it up for all the amazing acts you've seen. Come on! I've been Brad Blake. Have a lovely night. Thank you!